Man hides himself in body bag. The unsuspecting prison guards directly threw the corpse into the sea. Jack escaped death and from this moment was reborn. After reaching shore, Jack was physically and mentally exhausted. He desperately fled to a farmhouse, suffering from hunger and cold. He rummaged through a cupboard for some tattered clothes, hastily removing the prison uniform that symbolized humiliation and suffering. When he happened to glance in the mirror, he was startled by his own reflection, disheveled hair and a face covered in grime. He hadn't looked in a mirror for 15 years. Now, confronted with this unfamiliar, weathered face, he felt momentarily disoriented. Before the farmer returned, he fled like a startled bird. He concealed his identity and disguised himself, presenting a completely new appearance. And at this moment his most urgent desire was to return home to find his father. However, fate dealt him another heavy blow. After making numerous inquiries, he learned his father had died 5 or 6 years ago and was buried in St. Augustine's Church. Jack felt his vision darken, his legs weakened, and he could barely stand. Suppressing his grief, he dragged his heavy steps hurriedly to the church. Under the priest's guidance, he arrived at his father's grave. The priest explained that his father had died from depression in 1825. Jack's eyes blurred with tears. Beside it was a tombstone bearing his own name, indicating he had died 10 years before his father. Jack's heart filled with confusion and anger. He was clearly still alive. Why did everyone believe he was dead? Behind this must lie a massive conspiracy. Someone was manipulating everything from the shadows. With a heart full of pain and resentment, Jack went to the seaside home of his former fiancée, Amy. But what greeted him was another heartbreaking revelation. Amy had long since married and moved to Paris. This news was like a sharp blade, piercing his heart. The sweet memories he once shared with Amy surged like a tide into his mind, only to be instantly shattered by the cruelty of reality. A dejected Jack wandered aimlessly through the streets,